Welcome to our online Wonder Dog trick course. Here is an inside view for everybody. It's run inside a private Facebook group, and here is how it works. We have a discussion tab along the top, and the discussion tab is where all the recent activity will go. So we have an announcement that will always be up the top, and that's just a video on how to use the group. And then you can see new activity. We've got a couple of things we can press there. So we can either have recent posts or new activity. So then we can just scroll through and see what the new activity on the group is. So this is what has been uploaded recently. So there we go. And to find things easily, what we have is there is a section called Guides. And if we click on Guides, this is the section where all of the videos that I have uploaded go. So they're in guide sections labeled Guide 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and going on. And this just allows me to separate things and group them to make it a little easier for you to navigate round. So the guide 1 is just on how the course will work. So there's just some text and video just to make it easier for you. Then guide 2, this is trick training videos. So this is where I put my tutorial videos. So that means that each one of these videos goes for roughly 5 to 10 minutes, and it's step by step explaining exactly how to teach each of these behaviours. So some of these behaviours will have several parts, like jumping into arms. I've broken that into parts. So as you can see, there's quite a lot in there. I keep adding to this as well, so you can keep coming back and forwards and find that there are going to be new videos put up in there. So guide 3, this is my basics of training. So this is really where it all starts for everybody. So I've tried to cover everything that you'll need to know to make your training successful for you and your dog. So there are lots and lots of different topics there that I feel are very valuable to everybody's training. Even as an experienced trainer, I revisit these very, very often. Then we go down to guide 4. This is general information and articles. So these are sort of things that don't sort of go anywhere else, fall into any other category I've put in here. So little things that could be of interest to people. Guide 5, this is just a PDF of a list of tricks, so that if you're trying to think of some tricks to teach, you can look at that to give you some ideas quickly there. Guide 6, this is all about teaching your dog how to fetch something and also to hold different objects. So you can see that that's broken down into stages. Each one of those videos are going to be, once again, between 5 and 10 minutes. So there's a lot of content there. Guide 7, so this is a section that gets added to quite often. So training sessions, this is where I upload my own training sessions of my older dogs, and this allows you to see whole sections or sections of my training that I feel will be helpful to everybody's learning. So you get to see how I problem solve. It's all in real time. So you get to see the good of my training, you get to see the bad, and I'll tell you where things have gone right and wrong. Because sometimes seeing where things can go wrong is just as important in our learning. So you can see there's a whole lot of different behaviours that I'm working on with the dogs. So that's basically the older of the dogs there. Then in guide 8, I have separated some of the dogs because they're a little different in sort of the journey that we're going through. So this one, guide 8, is Alex. That's my little Papillon. So I have videoed, there's a lot of videos in here. I have videoed everything I've done with him since we got him at 8 weeks of age. And that is going to cover everything from really basic training right up to quite advanced tricks and behaviours that he has learnt along the way. And there's going to be management in here, different management issues that we work through, and lots of basics of, starting from raw. And also things like here, grooming and brushing, and teaching him how to be easy to do all of these things with. Some of them are broken up into sessions, so you can see putting a ball in a box has been broken up into different sessions, and you'll see it just goes on and on. Guide 9, this is all about competition heel work and other behaviours required for your competition obedience. So your stands, your stays and things like that as well. So as you can see, there's a few different things there. There's different dogs working on these different videos as well. So it's not just the one dog. So there's dogs working at different levels so that you can see and work through that yourself. Then down here, guide 10, this is all management behaviours. So I'm very fond of the word management behaviours because I think it's an incredibly important part of owning a puppy and a dog. So here I have videoed hopefully everything that I feel needs some form of thought and training. And there's everything from bathing to teaching a dog to put his collar in your hand, head halters on, restraint, crate training, lots and lots of things in there. Then down to guide 11. So this is for Easy, one of my young border collies. Once again, this is her training sessions from 8 weeks of age up until now and will continue on. So this is a section that is getting a lot added to it constantly. She's a young dog, so she's getting a lot of training right now. So everything from the basics right up to fairly advanced tricks, and the good, the bad's in there, so you get to see exactly how I work through things. Every dog is different, and that's why I like to put up videos of the different dogs, because each one will come at different training challenges slightly differently, so it gives you a bit of an idea of the different ways that the dogs think. So there's quite a lot in there, and as I said, that is going to be added to constantly. Then we have guide 12, and this is Story, another one of my young border collies. So she's learning a lot at the moment, so this is another section that I'll be adding to constantly as well. And once again, with a lot of my young dogs, the things that I'll be teaching them sometimes will vary depending on what I need from that dog, depending on what their strong points are and what their weak points are. So you'll see here for Story, just to give you an example, where are we? Here we go. Getting in the car. Story got quite car sick as a young puppy, so I needed to put a lot of work into developing a positive association around the car, and I go through exactly how I did that, and you'll be pleased to know she loves the car now. So it's been a work in progress that's gone very well. And then we go through lots and lots of different behaviours that we've been teaching her there. Guide 13, this is just random puppy training. So there's just a handful of videos in here just of a different puppy working on a few other skills that I like to teach. So that's the guide section, and guide 14, I do Facebook Lives. So in here is where I will put, once I've done a Facebook Live, I'll try and put them in this section so you can find them easy. What is a Facebook Live? I do a couple of these each session, and what it is I set aside about an hour where I will come on as a live and everybody gets to ask questions. We talk about different topics and I answer as many questions live as I possibly can. So they're really fun to do. So going back up the top, it's going to take a while to scroll up. So there are hundreds and hundreds of videos in here. So back up to the top here. So the other section that you'll need to know about if you have a working spot in the group, and that is how to find your tabs so that you know where to post. And the way we do that is we go to More, we click, we go on to Media, and when we go to Media, if we press Albums, it will then bring up all the working position people. If you click on there, you can then go in and select your name, and that's where you post your own videos. So that's pretty well the course in a nutshell, very, very quickly shown to you. The whole idea of working positions is people get to work on exactly what they want to work on, and you know, that makes it fun for everybody, and it means everybody gets to work on what they like, and we can move through at whatever pace each person needs to move through. And you can ask questions anywhere throughout the course. We like to have fun. It's all about having fun.